Welcome to Inside Saudi.
A podcast about life, family, culture, style inside Saudi today.
I'm your co-host Vesna Petrovic.
And I'm Carly Overman.
So today we're going to be talking about whether we need help in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia or not.
I mean, this was one of the big draws of moving here is you can get so much help. When we were in the UK, we had a cleaner who came like once every 2 weeks, and it was like a big expense. And so knowing we were moving here, it was one of the biggest draws, I guess, is this becomes part of the lifestyle. You can get help with your kids. You can get help with cleaning. You can get help with anything you want, like driving, everything.
So having a nanny and a driver is a lot more affordable here in Saudi Arabia than it is back home. Mm-hmm. I guess back home you consider it more of a luxury, and here it's more common to have that help.
Like I've heard stories that there are families that have like 3 kids and they have 3 nannies, plus a driver, plus a night nurse. Like that feels like overkill to me, but talk to me in 5 years. Let's see how it goes. But like one of the things, the biggest differences in you and I is obviously I have younger kids and they're more full on, and also obviously my baby is not in school or anything, nursery. So we do have a nanny, whereas you don't. Your kids are in school and...
Yeah, so my kids are at school full time and they have after school activities, and I don't find the need to have a nanny, and I think that they would be put off if we had a nanny, to be honest, as well.
Yeah.
When you're at that kind of age where you're kind of going into the teens, you don't really want to have a nanny.
No. And that's what I've heard as well is like Violet doesn't mind it at all. She's 3.5. She doesn't mind having the nanny in the house. She likes the nanny. That was like a big part of choosing the nanny. But I've heard for like slightly older kids, like even just like, you know, up to kind of getting to that 6, 7 age, it starts to not be something they want. They're kind of like, why? Like my friends at home don't have this. So
I agree. They start to ask a lot of questions, and like, we didn't have this back home. Why are we having it here? And I guess the style of parenting would be different, and having a nanny compared to a parent is a completely different vibe. So kids would kind of get thrown off at that older age, but having kids that are younger, it's a lot of help to you.
Yeah. It's having just a spare set of hands, and it's having the ability to do something else, like do this podcast. I would have to be with my baby all morning kind of thing if I didn't have any other help. And I think it's also just really good because when you don't have your other half with you all the time, like my husband is working late, like I actually barely see him during the week, and I think you're the same, right?
Yeah.
And like your patience just wears so thin for your kids. And like I wish I was a better human in that sense. Like I wish that like I had like an endless amount of patience, but when you've been just getting, you know, it's like your baby's been crying all day and your toddler is like I want to watch Bluey, blah, 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 like whatever the thing is, like your patience just like wears thin, and having the extra set of hands, like the nanny help, somebody to just offload some of that, it means I can just like take a step back, do something, come back and like be a more chill, calm mom.
Yeah, you just refresh a little bit. I feel that my kids, they're at that age where they can do everything on their own. So they just go out and play. They kind of do whatever they need to do or whatever they want to do. They just tell me, Mum, we're going downstairs. So I don't have to worry as much, and I know they're safe. So I don't need anyone supervising them, especially when we're at the compound all the time. But I do understand the benefits for you. It would be super difficult, and if I had really small kids, I would definitely go with that option as well.
Kind of being like when I was back in the UK and a month, 2 months ago, like I'm just kind of running around in sweatpants with puke on me, like just like surviving, taking my toddler to nursery in the day, and like with the baby screaming in the car seat in the back, and like I remember I would try to go get my nails done and I would just take him with me sometimes. It was just like a stressful experience, like trying to do anything. But that's just the reality. If you don't have any help, whether it be like a nanny or like a lot of family close by, a lot of people just are doing it themselves, like especially because the husband's probably back at work. Sometimes my husband would work from home, but you know, that's just how people survive. And so I honestly think it's such a big factor, like if you wanted that help to be in the Middle East where that is more available. It's just easier to get visas. For these people coming from different places like the Philippines, wherever, they make it more easy to do that here. And
yeah, I definitely see all the benefits, and I would love to have someone just maybe in the evening so that we could go out and have a nice dinner or go somewhere together, because my kids being at the age that they are, they don't necessarily always want to go out to dinners. They don't necessarily always want to go where we want to go. So it would be nice to have somebody there so that they could, I guess, watch over them in the evenings. So I do definitely see all the benefits around it.
well, I remember when I was 12, that's when my mom started using me as the babysitter, because like you don't really need one anymore. And I don't know, you get into this tricky age where you kind of need some adult help around, but you don't need supervision. I feel like that's where the compound is like quite good, because kids are confined to an area, at least there's security.
And everybody knows everybody as well. Like you feel like a big family.
Yeah.
So everyone knows your kids, you know your neighbors.
Yeah.
It's completely fine. But I just feel like, you know, growing up with siblings, you have your arguments, you get into altercations. So sometimes you don't want to leave them there and something like that happen, and then you kind of feel guilty like that they've had this big argument and you're not there.
If you were in Australia, would you, like, if you wanted to go out to dinner, would you just leave them, or would...
No, I had my family live on the same street. So, you know, either my mum would come over or I'd take them there and they would supervise them,
Yeah. You almost would benefit from just someone once a week for, like, your date night, or, like, twice a week or something, so you can have, like, a wellness night and you can have a date night or something. And then they just come and clean your house, like... Maybe you've like, whatever, had dinner and you can just leave all your stuff and they can clean and just make
like
sure nothing goes down.
I love that idea. Yeah, like a deep clean, and also just sit there. I know my daughter would love it. I think she would love to have someone around, because she's that type of person that loves like playing and interacting one-on-one. So she would love it, but the boys would be like, this isn't our thing.
But then, it would have to be under the guise of like, I'm just here to clean.
Yeah.
And then like if stuff starts to go down. The thing is though, with our nanny, like I am very, and every parent is different. I've seen some parents, like maybe the nannies aren't maybe authorized to be like, stop doing that or something. Yeah. They just kind of are there to watch the kids. Our nanny, it's not like I want her to discipline, but if my toddler is like, you know, taking advantage of her, I'm like, no, you listen to her. Blah, blah, blah. And so our nanny does know that she can kind of say like, no, you can't do that. But even my 3.5-year-old kind of tries to take advantage of the situation. Like this morning I came out and because I slept in a little bit, because I'm like, as you can hear, a little bit under the weather. She's watching TV, which I don't normally turn the TV on first thing in the morning for her. She's got all her dummies, which normally that's a strict bedtime thing. And she's just like king of the house. And I'm like, hello. So she takes advantage a little bit. But I think that's just par for the course. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
And how did you choose your nanny? Like, how did you get your kids? Like, I know Arthur's really small and, you know, he wouldn't know, you know, A from B. But, like, how did you get your daughter to, I guess, get comfortable with the nanny?
I mean, we obviously got here and knew right away, like, we want to get this sorted because our dogs are coming soon. And we just wanted to get this nanny situation sorted so that we had help for the kids, for the, like, when the dogs get here. And so we were looking, like, there's a couple different ways you can get a nanny. So you can either go through an agency who already has different nannies in Saudi, and they can contract them out to you. So that's one way. And then you don't have to manage their visa or anything. You just contract out, pay a little bit more because you're paying agency fees. So you can do it that way. Or you can work through an agency to recruit somebody from whichever country, you know, a lot from Africa, a lot from Southeast Asia, like those kind of places. We were trying to decide what to do because we were getting resumes and CVs sent to us by various agencies, and we reached out to quite a few because every agency has like a different roster. And you kind of get a sense looking at someone, is it going to fit or not? Some of them would send like videos through. Obviously, the big things we're looking for is that they're like good with kids, They speak good English. Honestly, that was like my top two. And like I really wanted somebody who could help clean a fair bit because like we're both Virgos. Like I really like things clean.
Bit OCD.
Yeah. So we were going through that process for a couple weeks, and my husband was kind of managing it and like looking through CVs and stuff like that. So he ended up finding someone through the agency route. So it's someone that was already here. We pay a bit more to an agency. I'll put the agency in the show notes. But that's how we found someone. And so it was kind of a last minute thing. Somebody had come up, and she's actually trained as like a nurse basically.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think the nurse training is slightly different here. Like it's not like a 5-year degree like it is in the UK or Canada or Australia, but she is trained as like a healthcare worker basically. And so she finished her contract and she had become available, and she's also skilled in like some spa services like masseuse, nails, that kind of thing. So she came over one night to give me a massage and like have a job interview. That it's a good thing we don't have an HR team because that is like not
no.
And I just like met her. She seemed really friendly, seemed really nice, and I was like, yeah, she seems great. But it was just like getting a feeling for someone kind of thing. After that, I think what we realized, and this is what you need to be aware of, is a lot of people have visa issues. And I can say that because we've sorted all the visa issues out now. In a lot of situations with nannies here, they have maybe run away from their previous employer, and then they get this kind of bad status on their visa. And the new employer, if you want to hire them, you have to like sort that out with the old employer. It's really easy to give someone a domestic visa. Like, so for my husband, he can literally do it through his bank app. He can say like, hire a new worker and hire someone. It's so easy.
Wow, that's amazing. It's
so easy. But what's not easy is like trying to figure out all the different visa issues they might have from whatever their history is here and trying to sort it out for them. So that has been a very difficult process, but we figured it out. I think this is what happens. You meet someone, you love them, and then you're like, oh, if we want to keep you long term, we need to sort this out. So that's what our kind of journey was with that. So we started off paying an agency. Then we discovered, some things that needed to be fixed. And so we've done that. And now we'll just her directly and we'll do it like that. This is why sometimes it's maybe easier to just go through an agency, recruit from a country, find someone, bring them over. It's all done proper. It takes longer, but then it's done.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything you've said, and it's so informative. Thank you for sharing. I think the audience is really going to love that information. And also, I feel like you've hit the jackpot. She is so beautiful. I've obviously met her, and I feel like she's a jack of all trades. She can kind of do everything, which is what you want. And having someone that's got that medical background is so important here, especially if you've got really little kids. And in case of emergency, like you never know, like, are they going to choke on something? Like, do you know how to do CPR? Like, you guys have been very unwell, and, you've been in hospital the past week with your baby, and she was with you there to help you because you were so sick as well. And she could see what they were doing, the processes, and she could guide you through her point of view and her experience as well. So that's absolutely amazing to have that too.
We ended up in hospital with my baby and myself, and it was really valuable having like her healthcare background, because when they were putting like the cannula in his arm, she was kind of noticing when maybe things weren't being done properly. And so even like in the days leading up, like she had lots of like things she wanted to try to help everyone feel better. Like she had a nebulizer she brought from home, and she was like using that. She wanted to like put it on the kids. And so I wasn't like, go crazy, do all your medical things on them. But it's good to have somebody. It's like having almost like a mom around, somebody who has knowledge. Maybe you don't agree with all of it. Maybe you're like, maybe that's not what we're going to do today. But it's just good to have somebody who has knowledge, who has like she has kids as well. It's just good to have that. And then, so I do think we got lucky. I think some people find people they're not necessarily happy with. If I was going to do it again, honestly, like I would do it how we did it. Like if we did it the way where we recruited from another country, it would have been a 6-week wait, and we wouldn't have been able to start this podcast. We wouldn't have been able to get into things. And at the end of the day, it worked out. So I think you've just got to see if you can find someone, whatever. But if you really don't want to deal with visa issues, then go from another country, use an agency to recruit, or you hire through an agency and you just do it that way the whole time. They're not under your visa sponsorship at all, and you just do it like that.
My husband was really open, and he was like, I know you're sacrificing everything and moving with the kids because of my work. And he was open to us getting any kind of help, whether it be a nanny or a driver. But being Virgo, being OCD, being a mum of older kids, I decided to kind of just not get any help. And I'm actually happy with my decision. Because when I clean, I like things done a specific way. Like I said, I wouldn't mind someone coming in maybe once a month, which I need to look into, and just doing a really nice, deep clean so I don't have to do it. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with my decision as well. And I totally agree with you. If you have younger kids, it's such a great help. It takes so much stress off your shoulders. And being like younger couples, you still want to have that time with your partner. You still want to go out and do things. Like you guys are still looking for a car. Could you imagine like taking the kids with you car shopping and like, you know, furniture shopping or whatever? It's nice for the kids to have someone to just stay home with and just go about the day in their routine. They get frustrated, they're hungry, they're thirsty. You can't actually immerse and make good decisions when you have kids around you that are unhappy or not wanting to be there.
It goes downhill fast if the kids aren't having fun. And sometimes it's actually like unfair to be bringing them along. Like they don't really want to be out shopping for hours, whatever, finding a car, whatever it is we're doing. So it's just really nice to have the option to, you know, you can just stay home and do what you want. Like for Violet, she just wants to like maybe relax and watch a movie or do her puzzle, or she's just gotten into Legos and she just wants to stay home and do her Legos sometimes. She doesn't want to be like dragged along grocery shopping or whatever it is. I think it's like the best decision. And honestly, we definitely wouldn't be having a third child. Not that I'm pregnant right now or anything, or that we're trying, but we definitely wouldn't ever probably go down that road if we didn't make this move and get some help, because it was getting to that kind of critical point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like it's too much every day. It's just like, I don't want to be a mean mom to my kids. I don't want to be yelling at them. I don't want every word coming out of my mouth to be like, stop doing that, blah, 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 blah. And so this has like made it, you know, possible. But honestly, if we had 3, we will need like another nanny. Like Kim's.
You want to be like a happy, present mum.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that agitated mum that's always yelling and,
Yeah.
you know, always anxious as well, because it does, it's like an emotional contagion. It goes on to the kids. So you definitely just want to, and that's what I feel being here. I feel like I'm a lot more present. I have a lot more time for them. I'm not as stressed. I'm happy to sit down and explain things properly to them. I'm not as irritated.
Because they can kind of run around and like be out of your zone a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I picture Australia. They're just like walking down to the beach or something.
It was about a 20-minute drive, so they wouldn't be walking. But like I said, they had grandparents on the same street, so they could just walk up and down, and they had a lot to do, but I feel like they stayed indoors a lot more. I don't know why, but I feel like when they go through that certain age, they kind of close up and they just want to be in their room. It's so weird. Here, they don't do it as much because they've met so many friends, and it's like back home, you don't really communicate with your neighbours because you're so busy and you're always like, you know, you see them and you say hi, and that's kind of it. Yeah. But here, because you know everyone and the kids know everyone, like I have kids coming and knocking on my door like 7, 8 p.m. and they're like, hi, is, you know, Alex there? Is Valentina there? Is Christian there? So it's actually really nice. I'm like, I didn't order any delivery. I wonder who that is. But it's just the other kids wanting to come and play. Yeah. So it's super safe and they're just out and about. Scooting around, playing downstairs. There's just so much for them to do, and I feel like they're out of the house. Yeah. So they are. I feel like they are outdoors a lot more now than what they were back home.
That's good though. I don't think you really need a nanny. Even if Arthur was in school and he was going to school just like Violet is, it would have been, I don't know what decision I would have made, to be honest, because they're in school kind of from morning till like, 2, 3 o'clock. And that's a good chunk of the day. And then I like to chill out with them anyway after that time. That's generally when you and I finish up when the kids are finished school, so we can go like spend time with them. Even if, normally Violet's like, I don't want to spend time with you. I want to watch Bluey.
Or they want to go down and play with their friends.
Yeah. But but even still, it is really just nice to have the extra set of hands, even during that time. It's like, because otherwise I can't spend one-on-one time with Violet. I can't, go and like spend one-on-one time with Arthur, or I have to be like cleaning in the background while they're watching Bluey. It just like opens up such better quality time with them. I think when I posted about having a nanny, I got like a lot of judgment, which like doesn't really offend me because I just don't think people understand. Like, it's not so that I can go shopping. It's so that I can like spend time with them. And it's kind of ironic that you have a nanny so you can spend time with your kids. But it is. It's like you have a nanny so she can hold the baby and I can spend time with Violet. We can do Legos together, like really present, or like we can have dinner all together and then I can just go put them to bed. I don't have to clean the whole kitchen first and like put TV on for them so I can do that. It's that kind of stuff.
That's a great way of putting it. And I feel like it's buying time.
Yeah.
Can't buy back time. So I feel like you're gaining time by having a nanny, and that time is going towards your kids, which is so important. Family is the main priority. Yeah,
it's going to my kids and it's going to so we can do this, we can make a podcast, we can do something. I think a lot of the times moms kind of lose their sense of like, what am I even doing? Like I just like clean every day, go through the same thing. It's like Groundhog's Day every day, and then my life, it's not like that as much now because I have something else I'm doing and I have the kids. It's like a little bit more balance,
I agree, and I love it. I feel the same way.
That was a long segment on nannies, but I hope it helped.
So you can also get a driver. I personally don't have a driver as well, so
I don't have a driver either.
It could be convenient, and it's really good, I guess, when you get here, you don't know where you are, you don't know where anything is, and having someone on a call and at the click of a button is really quite convenient. So I do recommend it. They are quite affordable as well, but I don't have a driver. I like to get out on the roads.
You do?
And I like to experience the driving.
Yeah. Your kids sometimes, like, go with their friends' drivers, though, right?
Yeah, so we have friends at the compound, and they do academy soccer together, and they go with them sometimes to soccer with the driver. And that is really, really convenient, actually. I find it takes a lot of stress off me, having the 3 kids, all different activities at different times, and with the husband working away quite a bit. I feel like I can't get everywhere, and like doing like 2-3 school drop-offs in the morning or 2-3 school pickups in the afternoon. By the time it gets to taking them to soccer, I'm exhausted. And plus it's quite far out. So like, peak hour traffic here, the roads are crazy. They're super congested all the time. And especially going in that kind of time when everyone has finished work and they're all on the roads, it's manic. So it does help a lot. And I do love the whole concept around it.
I think you have to like look at your life and decide where is the quality time best spent with my kids. Like, I don't know. Is it good quality time when you drop your kids off for school, or are they just like on their phones, whatever, I don't know what it is for you, but like, I think that's what I look at when I'm like, is this a good time for me to go off and do my own thing and maybe have the nanny? Like when Violet is watching TV, like she doesn't need me there. I mean, sometimes maybe she wants to watch a movie with me, but like, I think that's interesting on the driving, because if it's good quality time, then it's like, yeah, I want to do that with my kids, and that's when I chat to them or whatever. But if they're just like on their iPads or doing their thing, whatever, then that actually would be a really good thing to get a driver, and then you're not stressed out driving through the crazy Riyadh traffic. At least you can just take some load off all the things, especially when you have 3 kids in activities. That's a lot.
But an interesting fact is when I say, you guys are going with your friends, they love it that they're going together, but they don't like going with the driver. I feel like, I'm not sure what it is, and I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but they're like, we prefer when you drive us. I don't know if they feel safer with me or whatever the case may be. But every time I say we're going with a driver, they kind of just roll their eyes and be like, why aren't you taking us?
Interesting.
So I feel like they like it when I drive them more, which I totally understand as well.
Like, do you think they think it's safer, or they just trust their mom to drive?
I think so.
Yeah.
And like, they're not on their phone, they're not on their iPads, like school's super close. So I think it's more that, you know, mum's taking us, mum's picking us up.
Yeah.
It's more that, you know, spending time together and being with someone that you feel safe with.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think you just have to assess, like, it's
Yeah.
like you have to assess what is best for your kids. It's a good option for sure. Like, maybe some kids wouldn't care. I mean, I know when I take Ubers, because we still are buying a car, like looking to see what car we want to buy, the Ubers drive like maniacs sometimes. Like, basically, like, pedal to the metal so fast and then, like, screech so you don't hit someone. Put the emergency lights on so no one hits you from behind. Not the most relaxing drive sometimes.
I know you kind of feel a bit unsafe because, you know, having little kids like you don't have your proper car seats in the car. The kids don't have their proper seat belts and safety. So I do understand where you're coming from, being a little bit more paranoid.
Yeah. But you drive us all through Riyadh.
I do.
Yeah. Just because the roads are so crazy, it doesn't seem to faze you too much.
Yeah.
It's like impressive.
So I've switched sides of driving from left to right. I've switched the side of the roads. At the start, I was kind of like, oh, how am I going to manage this? And, you know, am I going to forget and maybe go on the wrong side of the road? But I think it all plays in your head, and you just get in the car and you drive like normal. If you know how to drive, you know how to drive.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more, I guess, crazy. Like I said, the roads are super congested. There's people everywhere. There's merging lanes from one side to another. There is U-turns at every, 50 meters. When you're at a red light, if you're turning right, you can turn on a red light. So there's so many different rules of engagement here while you're driving, a lot of tooting of the horns. It's super different to driving in Australia. In Australia, I feel like you'd be pulled over every 2 minutes if you drove the way you drove here. Riyadh has like 7 million people. Like, what do we expect? The roads are going to be crazy. There's so many people driving. I don't know how many people actually use public transport, but the public transport here, I've heard, is really amazing. I haven't used it yet, and it's super convenient, and it's amazing, but the roads are just full. But I love it. I kind of love getting out there and being like, what's going to happen today?
It plays into the decision of like how much to spend on a car, though. Because we've looked at some of the Chinese brands that are a bit cheaper, because it's like this is gonna get scratched. Like, we are gonna get in an accident, 100%, and I'm gonna be the one driving. And
I'll be with you.
Yeah, and because my husband takes the metro every day, so yeah, it's super convenient. It means that we only have to buy one car, but yeah. So I definitely understand why people have drivers. It just takes that stress away. We actually did have a driver for the week that we were here, and we were just exploring. We had a driver every day. I think what I didn't like about it is, like, you always have to coordinate that. You have to, like, think in advance, like, what am I going to do tomorrow? Am I going to need someone in the morning? And so that's why when we came for that week, it was like Starbucks every morning, because that was just on the compound we were staying at. Because I wasn't going to text the driver to come all the way so I could go get a coffee from one shop and then come back. On reflection, maybe I just should have done that, but because we had him every day, all day. I think also, especially during summer, obviously the schedule is you're up all night, and I don't know when people sleep here, but I imagine they sleep in. So, like, we almost missed our flights because our driver slept in. So there's things like that. When you outsource things, they can go wrong a little bit. But I can definitely see it's like also nice. You can just get driven around all day. Like, there was one day that we were here and we wanted to go buy a bunch of stuff in the shops, but we had no car. And so we were just like, let's just text that driver from last time. So we texted him. He showed up. I have a feeling he was like 200 pounds for the day. I need to double check what he actually cost, but he was like a little bit of a pricier one. But then we just like, he drove us around, we got stuff, put in his car, drove us to the next place. So it's convenient, 100%. And then, when you want to get picked up, just give him a 5-minute, he's just waiting somewhere and then he'll take you. So, I mean, it would be super convenient, but I think we're definitely just going to get our own car and crash everywhere.
I feel like it's more convenient as well, because when we want to go somewhere, or if we have an appointment, we, check the map, we know the traffic, we know what time we need to leave. If we want to come back early, or we need to pick up the kids from school, or you need to come back and feed Arthur, it's super convenient to just be able to go and leave as you please and not have to wait on somebody. And they might be running late, you might be running late, so I find it more convenient. It is a bit more stressful on the roads, but at the end of the day, having a car is so convenient here. And you need a car. Everything is so far away, like nothing is super close, from one side of the city to the other side of the city. And during peak hour, I know my friend in the compound said from her work to get home one night, it took her 2.5 hours, which is usually like a 20-30 minute drive. So if you get stuck at the wrong time in traffic, then you're going to be on the road for a while. Yeah, you have to be so aware of traffic. Like that is like my nightmare, is to get stuck in traffic like that. Like, but sometimes I think that's sometimes what stops me from going out and doing things, is because I'm just don't want to be stuck on the other side of town in traffic. But that's also why having the nanny is good, because we can go do, like this weekend, we're going to go to Boulevard World. And so we'll go, but I'm going to leave Arthur at home with the nanny so that we just don't have to deal with, like, we're stuck in traffic and we have the baby with us and he doesn't want to be there. He's not going to care about Boulevard World. He's too little. So it's like, just leave him at home. And he's comfortable. He's being looked after. He's comfortable. He's in the aircon. He's going to go down to the playroom. He's going to do fun things with her. And when you get back, you'll be able to, spend quality time with him rather than taking him around and it's hot and, I think it has changed slightly the way that I'm like being a mom, I guess, this time around. Because with Violet, I breastfed her until she was 2.5, like till I was pregnant and my milk dried up, basically. Well done.
I mean, it just was easy for us. Like, people say it like it's like you accomplished something, but it honestly, she wouldn't take a bottle. And I was just kind of like, I can't be bothered to like train you to want to have a bottle. Like, I'm just going to keep breastfeeding you. Whereas with Arthur, there's times where I'm trying to kind of get back so I can feed him, and he would take milk if he was home. And so I introduced formula for him, which I never did with Violet, but I introduced formula for him when he was 6 months. And I'm still breastfeeding and I'm still having to pump and stuff. Like, when we're done, I'll have to go pump. But it just means that like I have more flexibility. And so it is impacting the decisions kind of I'm making. Like, I wouldn't have done formula for Violet and I didn't think I would for him. But I think it's good to just keep it flexible. He likes it and he's happy with the nanny, and you just have to like assess, like, if the kids are happy, like, it's all, if I'm happy, if it's working, then it's working. Like, it doesn't matter what other people think, kind of thing.
And every child is different. You can cater to one, but the other one won't be the same. I have 3 and they're all completely different. And sometimes you think to yourself, like, how is it so possible that 3 different children can be so different? But they are. Yeah.
I know. I think Violet like wouldn't take a bottle. She's like very particular about what she eats. Arthur, he'll eat anything. Like, he's, we call him the king. He's just like
the man of the house.
Yeah, he's just like a big boy. I guess the only other like kind of help that I've had is we get a cleaner to come once in a while. Which, like, again, there's like apps you can download. So I think Yamek. Have you downloaded that one?
I haven't.
Yamek. That's the one I've downloaded and that's been recommended. So you can hire deep cleaning, just general cleaning, massages.
Oh, wow.
I forget what else. Those are the 3 that come to mind.
Yeah, I know through our compound, through their app, that you can kind of get all the different trades that you need also. Yep. But I haven't got any, but I need to get onto it because I do want like a super deep clean. Yeah. So it would be good. to try them out.
I want a super deep clean. I need to find someone who's good at super deep cleaning. I also did a call out on my TikTok. I said, like, is anyone like good at organizing? And like, I got lots of random people who were like, I'll do it. Like, but I want someone who like has an organization, like business maybe.
Yeah.
Or like they have some examples of their work kind of thing.
And here you can get everything. There is somebody out there to do anything and everything for you.
100%. I think the only thing for me with cleaning is like I am very particular, so I need to find that person that can truly deep clean, like going on the baseboards and getting the dust off the baseboards. They're really going in the windows and getting all the dust out. Like I like to know that it's been cleaned really, really well. I hate it when they say it's been cleaned and then I see like a hair on the floor. I'm like,
I'm the same. I did a TikTok video on cleaning the balcony and people are like, why are you outside cleaning the balcony? Like, I'll do it for you. But I feel like when I do it, I know it's done properly and I don't have to worry about it. Otherwise, I feel bad. Like I don't want to tell someone that I don't like their work because I know people put in so much hard work and effort. You want to make them feel good because they are doing a service for you and they are, you know, I need to really look into it and take a few steps back. Like I washed all the windows the other day myself, like inside and out. And I'm like, what are you doing? But I can't look at the windows and see dust all over them. Here in Riyadh, you're going to get the sand and the dust within a couple of hours. So whatever you do, it's going to come back. But at least you feel fresh. You feel nice now that the weather's getting so beautiful. And I love it. I love sitting on my balcony. You know, in the morning, I open the door, I let the air in. In the evening, I love to sit outside because it's just so fresh. So you want it to be clean and nice when you're out there and you want it to be enjoyable.
Our nanny, her main thing is she's watching the kids, and that is what I want her to priority to be, because that's going to be the hardest thing to find, is somebody that your kids like. At least I think so, like that your baby is comfortable with, somebody that your baby can actually fall asleep with. Like I think that's harder to find than a good cleaner, and somebody that like my toddler likes to hang out with, all these things. And so she kind of helps with the daily cleaning, like the clothes on the floor, the kitchen, whatever. At first, I was kind of hoping she could help with the deep cleaning too, but it's too much, like, to ask, really. Like, I think there's some kind of hours in the day where, you know, Arthur's asleep and whatever. She has an hour where she could go do something. And so sometimes I'll say, like, oh, can you maybe clean the balcony today? Can you organize, like, this thing? Like, I'll say something specific. But I kind of just let it go, to be honest, because I think it's too much to ask. I'll ask for little things, but other than that, and what I really need to do is just find like a little bit of a regular cleaner that I really like that can come do that deep clean. It's almost like just mentally so I know it's been done and it feels clean. And even if the dust comes an hour later and it's all dusty again, at least I know like it was cleaned and in a week it'll be cleaned again.
So if you have any suggestions, apps or people that you may know that are really good at cleaning, we're Virgos, we need like super clean houses, let us know. Also want to start booking some more regular massages. Like I love a massage. You can get people, you can book it on that app just to come out. You can get packages and people will come out and give you massages. You can get like whatever, a 10 pack for the month or however often you want. I want to start doing that more. The interesting thing is they're only for women. So it's women only massages on the app. I thought that was kind of funny. Like, so do they come to you?
They come to you.
Yeah.
And so, but men can't book it through the app. I think there are workarounds. It's kind of like what I've heard, but it'll be interesting. Is there like other apps that you use?
It's funny you say that because I was scrolling last night online on social media and this really nice salon came up and I clicked on it and it was a men's only salon as well. So I was like, oh, that's cool because, you know, it's only for men and men can go and enjoy as well. So they have a lot of variety here, but they do like to split the men and split the women up.
Oh my God. We want to send our husbands there and get them to film content for us. I've had Matthew do that before and like he's actually pretty good because he's been trained for a long time. I think that would be so funny.
I think we should just book it in and say, guys, this is your...
We booked you a wellness morning.
think they need it.
Yeah, probably. Definitely.
But I totally agree with you on the massage. Like, I haven't had a massage since I've got here. So back in Oz, I used to get them quite regularly, and they used to be covered by our health insurance. So you'd go in and you'd get like a rebate back. And I used to do it at least once a month just to go and get that deep tissue massage, because I suffer from a bit of back issues. I found that it really helped, keeping on top of it. So here I need a good masseuse or even a good salon. Drop your comments. Let us know of good salons that do good massages, like, the real massages, not like just...
Yeah, like I want to be like seeing purple spots, like it's so deep.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, like even like needling, cupping, like the proper, healing massages.
Yeah.
I would love also to get just a normal, luxurious massage. They're nice every now and then, but I do want the deep tissue kind of not too hard.
Yeah. It actually stresses when I get a massage and it's not deep tissue and they're not doing intense pressure. I just want to get up and walk out.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a waste of time to me. That's just genuinely how I feel. Like I've been in those situations like where I'm like, can you do more hard pressure? And they're like, okay. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I feel like I always get the really hard pressure, and then I feel awkward to tell them to kind of
ease up.
Oh, so then I just sit there and I'm like...
I've never ever been in a situation where I've said like go lighter. Like I always will take the most intense you can give.
In Oz, the massages are next level. Like the ladies they actually climb on top of you on your back and they click it. They like walk on you.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what it's like back.
Not in the UK, it's not like that, but in Vancouver it's the same because I think it's the same. We get like the Asian people kind of coming over and they're like very intense and like, so yeah, we get that too. If we had some like elbow, like it's like an elbow going across your knot and you're like, but I like it. I'm a very like pain is good person.
Well, I feel like it releases all the pain.
Yeah.
You need to get into those pain spots and release that pressure in order to feel better later.
Yeah.
So sometimes, pain is gain.
Yeah, pain is gain. And on that note, I think we're good. I think that, I hope it's been helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I've had so many questions about nanny stuff, so if we haven't covered something, just drop it in the comments.
Let us know and give us some good, recommendations on...
who to try.
Yeah.
And leave us a rating, leave us a comment. Seriously. We should start finding our favorite comments and we'll read them at the beginning of the episode. And
we're so grateful that you're listening to our podcast, and we hope that you're finding it easier for your move, or if you're here, you're liking it and enjoying it and
getting
100%. Something out of it.
Definitely. Okay, bye.
Bye.